fifth episode with Rudra on the Office Words Part 2. So happy to welcome Rudra. Hi.
Hey, hi, Srileka. You know what? The Google Meet was just spinning for me to log in. There was a tech issue, so it just took a minute more for me to join you guys. All right. So how has it been? How have you been, Srileka?
Yeah, great, Rudra. Good.
Great.
So we are in the
Wonderful.
beginning of the month, so looking forward.
Great. First working day of the month, and then we were all lucky to have the first day of the month off, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. What did you do yesterday?
Oh, so very shortly my school is getting reopened, so naturally.
Okay.
Preparation for the schools, yeah.
Okay. Everyone were lining up for the school bags, and then water bottles, last minute.
Rudra, to be true, but all the words I used to use, but I was little whenever I was using those words, I was able to connect with this session. So that was helped me a lot. Yeah.
That's the intent of the show, that you align yourself, you get yourself into that place, and that's what we do on the show. All right, people. So let's quickly go ahead and get on to the first word of this week, and that word is, have you heard this word called scalability?
Scale up, I heard.
Okay, scalability. Yeah. Okay, so this is a word that is pretty often used. The word is called scalability. What is scalability? The scalability is going to be the capacity of a system to handle an increasing workload. Like in a software world, scalability is one of the salient features of a software. And it means the capacity of a system to handle an increasing workload. Now, let's give an example with that. The new software boasts excellent scalability, allowing us to easily accommodate future growth. Now, that's what is scalability. Are we in a position to go ahead and accommodate or take the workload? That's called scalability. So the new software boasts excellent scalability, allowing us to accommodate future growth. That's the sentence. So that's what is scalability. Getting on to the second word, it's called optimize. What's optimize? Let's understand the meaning now. To make something as effective or functional as possible. So in other words, it's also the other word that can be used is maximize, right? So maximize usage is in the way that you kind of go ahead and ensure that it is used to the full capacity. Now, that's maximize. Now, optimize is to make it effective, to make something work to the best of its efficiency is called optimize. So, in the meaning, to make something as effective or functional as possible is optimize. Let's give an example for the sentence. We need to optimize our marketing campaign to reach a wider audience. I repeat that sentence. We need to optimize our marketing campaign to reach a wider audience. It's called optimize. Are we all good to use this word optimize? Optimizing a performance, right? So optimizing something to make use best. So you have a speaker at home. You want to maximize its output. You want to hear good sound clearly with the decibel levels being high, with the tone, and also the shrill and everything. So that's called optimizing. To make something as effective as functional as possible, that's what is optimized. The next word is actionable. What are the actionables of this meeting? Have you heard that, Srileka, somewhere? I'm sure you have.
Yes, yes.
Someone has just asked that word, right, from out of the blue. What's the actionable of this meeting? So what's an actionable? The capable of being acted upon, meaning
Maybe
what
like
are those
clear.
things? Sorry, yeah, go
I
ahead.
mean, it's like something like clear, ready, like something understandable.
Something which can be doable in simple terms.
Okay. Something can be doable.
Actionable,
Okay.
a doable thing. So we've spoken so much in the meeting. What is the actionable? Meaning, what
Yeah.
are the doables that we're taking
Action
away from
plans,
it?
all this thing. Yeah.
Okay, that's what it is. So here's what is a sentence, right? So the capable of doing something or the capability of being acted upon is actionable. The reported provided actionable insights that we can implement immediately. So meaning it says the report provided actionable insights that we can implement immediately. That's what is actionable. I'm sure the next word is also, most of the words I've just put the meeting words today. Circle back. What is circle back? To return to a topic or person at a later time. So to respond to someone at a later time is called circle back. So that is circle back. So after a meeting, when you want to have the follow-up or after you have a discussion, what do you want to do? Let's circle back on the budget discussion after the meeting. That's what it is, circle back. Now, the next word that I'm going to talk about is iterate. Iterate. Okay? Iterate is to repeat a process with the aim of improvement. Iterate. To repeat a process with the aim of improvement is called iterate. A sentence using iterate, we will iterate on the design based on user feedback, meaning we will iterate on the design based on user feedback. So we have a design right now. The feedback of the user will be taken into consideration, and then we will rework on the design or repeat a process with the aim of improvement. It's called iterate. Got it? In simple terms, you can also say we will improve, right? But then there's specific words for everything, people. There are specific words in English for all of the terms that we come across. So that's called iterate. Now, quickly summarizing, reading out the words that we have learned. Scalability, optimize, actionable, circle back, iterate. So that's 5 words till now. I'm going to quickly pause here and see if someone has a question, someone has a comment, someone has something to say, anything that you just feel like. Come on, people. Nobody. June is really dull. Yeah.
So no reply, Rudra. Might be people are listening. We'll see. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Great. All right. So let's move on. The next word, I'm sure all of us know this word, benchmark. How many of you have heard this word, people? Benchmark.
Yeah, I heard it.
Right. What's a benchmark now? Benchmark is a standard or a point of reference against which things may be compared or assessed. Now, it's a standard or a point of reference against which things may be compared or assessed. Now, let's take an example of this, right? Now, let's take the DC Live example itself, right? In a corporate office, there is a radio podcast that's used for broadcast messages, employee engagement, informational, infotainment, and a lot of it. Now, how do you benchmark the programs in it? How do you benchmark the number of listeners in it with a industry standard of such an activity? That's called benchmark. I know I took your example, Srilekha, but then it was easy to explain. That's all, nothing else.
Please, please.
Right? So that's called benchmarking. So that is what it is. What kind of programs are telecast or broadcast on such shows globally is a benchmarking. So we are doing something with global benchmarking. That is what is benchmarking. Now let's quickly look at an example for this. We use industry benchmark to measure our performance. So we use industry benchmarks to measure our performance. That is called benchmark. All right, we want another word, learned another word. Let's go down to another word, which is called alignment. What's an alignment? The state of being in agreement or cooperation. The state of being in agreement or cooperation. That's what is an alignment. I am in alignment with your thoughts. I am in alignment with your requirement. That's what is alignment. Ensuring team alignment on the project goals is crucial for success. Ensuring team alignment on the project goals is crucial for success. That is what is alignment. Now, I've got another 3 words for this day, and then very important words. Workflow. What is a workflow? Workflow is the sequential of industrial, administrative, or processes through which a piece of work passes from initiation to completion. Start, there's an end. Now, what are the things that goes through from initiation to completion is called workflow. Before a program comes live on DC Live, what are those things Srilekha does? There's a workflow, right, Srilekha?
Yeah.
That's what it is. I know so many iterations you go through, right? So that is called workflow. Now, using that in a sentence, we are streamlining the workflow to improve efficiency. What do? We're streamlining the workflow to improve efficiency. Now, how do you measure efficiency? That's another word we're going to talk about right now. Metrics. Anybody who's heard this word metrics?
Yeah.
Metrics is a quantitative measure of the success of a system. Okay? It is a quantitative measure of the success of a system, person, or a process. That's called metrics. Now, we have always heard this word effectiveness and efficiency, right? So last time also I spoke about effectiveness and efficiency. What is effectiveness? Effectiveness is about doing the right things. Okay, you do right things. You come to office on time. You log in on time. You go ahead and ensure the tasks that have been given to you has been done. You go. You take planned breaks. You come back on time from break. So these are, all of them are effectiveness. Now, these are doing the right things. What's efficiency now? Efficiency is doing the things right. Whatever you're doing has to be done right. So that's called efficiency. Efficiency is the, is something where you quickly go ahead and ensure that you're doing it in the right way. That's called efficiency. We saw this word last time as well when we spoke about efficiency, right? Now, the example that we saw was also something to the effect of the software helped our data efficiency in analyzing the data efficiency. So what is the efficiency of that data? What is the efficiency of an individual? What is the efficiency of a process? That is what is called efficiency. Okay, now do not really confuse when it comes to metrics between effectiveness and efficiencies. The example is effectiveness is something where how right was it? What are the things that you whatever you did were right? So those are called doing the right things. That's called effectiveness, and doing the things right is called efficiency. All right. So do we know the difference between effectiveness and efficiency? Because usually it is associated with metrics. So in other words, a qualitative measure is called efficiency. A quantitative measure is called effectiveness. That's a metric. Great. All right, I hope you all got that. Now I'm moving on to another word. This is also related to metrics, very clearly related to metrics, and all of us use this word. KPIs. How many of you have heard this word KPIs and you're like confused? We just out of appraisal. We just finished our discussion. So KPIs. KPIs are called key performance indicators. And a definition of that is a quantifiable measure that demonstrates how effectively a company is achieving key business objectives. Okay, there is a key business objective for a company, and how effectively are we achieving it is called KPIs, and that is what is KPI. Let's use that in an example. Customer satisfaction is a critical KPI for our service department. I repeat, customer satisfaction is a crucial KPI for our service department. So that's what is a KPI. So we've quickly, yes, please. Someone had something to ask? Now, all right. So quickly, just reading out the 10 words that we have learned this evening on the show of Grammatist. 10 office words: scalability, optimize, actionable, circle back, iterate, benchmark, alignment, workflow, metrics, and KPI. So these are the 10 terms that we have learned. We have learned their meanings. We also have learned to use them in sentences. That's what we have learned on this show this evening, people. I'm going to quickly go ahead and post this on the chat here in the inbox, in call messages on the Google Meet, so that you whoever is logged in here can quickly go ahead and see that. These are the things that we have learned today. In addition to this, I just wanted to talk something like, you want to learn office terms. There are 3 categories in which you want to learn office terms, right? So one of them is your general office terms, which is what we have just gone ahead and read about or learned about. So that's the general office terms. Another one is about people and roles, right? So which is about people and roles. What's exchanged between 2 individuals, or people related office terms. That's another group of it. And another one is, the third category is about equipment and supplies and your supply chain management within the office, like IT. You might have used the word procurement, right? As anybody uses, we need to procure the laptop for you, procure. So that's a common word that's used. These are the 3 categories. Quickly, just giving few words and terms for that. So general office terms is, please organize these events. That's organize, right? Let's collaborate on this. Block my calendar for an appointment. Then let's prioritize this. Let's get going on this. Let's start working. Let's start documenting this. These are certain office general terms in office. Now, people and roles are more of the manager approved the leave request, or the manager approved the request for the device. So that's a approval. Now, team is working hard to finish the project on time. That's on people. I need to speak with a colleague about these issues. So that's colleague and speak, right? I need to connect with the HR to understand this further. So connect. The word connect is quite commonly used people word. Now, actions and processes and equipments, as I said, are another set of words. Agenda, analyze. Can you update? Can you review? What are the options? Can we talk about this in the morning huddle? These are the terms that's about the actions and processes. Equipments, as I said, procurement is one. Can you assign this to me is another one. Asset is another word. Can we recover this? Revoke these credentials. These are your equipments and supplies. I hope you all enjoyed these 2 sessions of office words and their terms. We will also be doing some extensions of these as we sail through, and then we will definitely do a lot of it. But for now, this is something that I would want you to learn and keep that with you. Any questions, comments, Vilek, anything on the chat box that I'm not able to see?
No, Rudra, so far, no, sorry.
All right, great. Fine, perfect, people. So I hope you all enjoyed this episode of the Grammatist, in which we spoke about new set of words on office terms, right? So that's what we learned today. So you were listening to the Grammatist, a podcast dedicated to help you speak and write English with clarity and confidence. That's what we do here. And we learned about office words. We will be having many more such topics in the upcoming weeks that help you learn English on the show. We have this aired every Monday at 5:30 p.m. Do not miss tuning in. Until I meet you again, this is RJ Rudra signing off from Grammatist on DC Live. Stay tuned to DC Live. We care, we share, and we are on air. Thank you. Thanks for having me, Srilekha.
Thanks, Rudra. Listeners, I have posted all the words what Rudra taught us today on the DC Live chat box as well as in the DCY WhatsApp group. So if any of the words you feel like you can frame your own sentence, the first 10 listeners, 10 participants who share your answers on the DC Live chat box will receive an Amazon voucher. And also we're going to replay the show again today tonight at 9 p.m. So don't miss out. So this contest will continue at 9 to 9:30. So the people who are listening between 9 to 9:30 and give a sentence for the words what Rudra taught us today on the live will win an instant Amazon voucher on spot. So thanks, Rudra, for giving us such a wonderful words and taking to the part 2 of the office words. It was really very interesting, and thanks for the useful words.
Hey, thanks, Vileka. Always happy to be on DC Live. Thank you.
Thanks.